Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No More Black Tears Radio, No More Black Tears podcast. We turned up on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? We got Juice Man in the house tonight. We got Caesar C's and Verteezy, man. How y'all boys doing, man? First week in December.
Yeah, man, it's the first week, man, but it's still this week in sports, y'all.
It all happened in the week.
So this week in sports, y'all. Let's start off with the NBA. It's been a lot of NBA news going on. C's, what's trending for you?
Oh man, so hey man, we just talked about him last week, man. If you ain't watched the episode, go ahead and give us a watch this week. It's out already. Chris Paul, man. The whole thing with Gilbert Arenas and everybody on this pod. I want to say Kenyon Martin was the only one that was actually said some shit I agree with. He had a better career than everybody else fucking talking. They're not wrong to drop him, but it's like he literally brought your fucking franchise out the fucking, brought it to the forefront. So he's a part of that. And I get it. He's only averaging 2.9 points a game. He's not really doing shit. But it's like, man, come on, man. Even for marketability's sake, it's like, come on, don't burn the bridge with the legend like this. He had a great career, but fuck it. The Clippers are going to continue to lose and do what the fuck they do. And he's going to go off into the sunset and do other shit. So, hey, enjoy retirement. I hope to see you on some shit.
Go with the other news, C's. Are you going to go with the other news?
Yeah, man. For me, man, the two things, now they're finding out from Brian Windhorst that Giannis did request a trade in the offseason, which explains why the Bucks made that move for Miles Turner, because it seemed like such a drastic move at the time to cut Damian Lillard and trade for a mediocre player like Miles Turner, but it was a last-ditch effort to keep him. And with the Bucks season not going the way they thought it was going to go, Giannis is kind of hurt. He's apparently had another conversation with the Bucks organization saying he wants to be moved. I understand the Bucks not want to trade the greatest player in their franchise history, and that's saying a lot when you done had Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as one of your players. That's saying a lot. That lets you know how good Giannis has been for the Bucks. But at the end of the day, Bucks trade him to a team like the Hawks, trade him to a team like the Thunder, because those teams got a lot of draft picks. Don't go with that Knicks package. It's just a whole bunch of good players. If I'm the Bucks, I'm trying to get back young players. I'm trying to get back a lot of first round picks, because we need to be able to rebuild within the next 3 to 5 years. And we've seen a team like the Thunder be able to rebuild with draft picks. And also, speaking of the Thunder, man, I told y'all a couple weeks ago, they 21-1 right now. They got a chance to break the Warriors' regular season record and actually end it with the championship, man. And I ain't gonna lie, if I had to bet over under, I'm going with the over.
Yeah, NBA news. Chris Paul, I said it last week. He's washed, but I still think the Clippers owed him a little bit more than just dropping him. But he was part of the reason why they did it. I think he was just tired too. So I think the old man in him, he wanted to be everybody's daddy, and then they make too much money to be having two daddies. So you know what I'm saying. But
now some niggas ain't have one daddy.
Yeah, but they coach their daddy now. So and Bucks, if you go trade them, Hawks, we open to you, and we'll send you ice tray and some draft picks, and you come ball in the A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Talking about potential people moving on, Lane Kiffin has moved on from Mississippi State and went to the LSU Tigers. It's been a lot of controversy because they made the playoffs when Mississippi State did. What's your thoughts on that, C's?
As an LSU fan, I'm happy, man. Y'all seen that Idris Elba, that Stringer meme? He said, "I want you to put word out, we back." As a fan, I'm glad to see it, but also there was like 4 or 5 other SEC coaches that literally made moves laterally within the SEC, and then a couple of them, but big moves. So basically, if you seen your favorite team that's not Georgia, not the main core, the Georgia, Alabama, you literally gonna see moves where you're gonna be like, damn, I forgot he was at this school. So it's a lot. He got paid a lot of money. This is nothing new. He came, and then literally the team he came from, everybody forgets all these coaches that came out of Saban's Alabama. Like literally, it was a picture of like 5 fucking coaches. I'm like, damn. And all of them are in high positions. If they're not the head coach, they're a defensive coach. One's in the NFL. Everybody else is a fucking head coach. And
Man, stop that shit, bro. Because I had to listen to this bullshit when me
but wait,
and Rose was having wings with MGH and I'm like, y'all keep trying to make it seem like Lane Kiffin was part of Nick Saban's coaching tree. No, he's not.
It's lineage. Lineage, man.
That's like Mike Tomlin getting fired and coaches 2 years of Andy Reid. He's not part of Andy Reid's coaching tree. He was already an established coach. Y'all forget, Lane Kiffin was the youngest coach before Sean McVay to get an NFL job with the Raiders back in the day when Al Davis was still alive. He was so bad there, Al Davis said, get the fuck on, bro. Then went to Tennessee, was so bad there, he left Tennessee in the middle of the night to go to USC. Like, I'm surprised y'all forgot about this shit, because I remember when this shit was going on, like, damn, Lane Kiffin just fucked up. Then at USC, he was so bad because he had a drinking problem. Then USC, and this is after Pete Carroll and them boys left USC. So this was one of the best jobs in college football at the time. USC said, don't even get on the plane. Let me repeat that. They lost a game. USC don't get on the plane. Get your own way back. Then this nigga ended up at Alabama. After Nick Saban already built Alabama to the program it was. Let's not make it seem like he was there from the ground up at Alabama. No, this was after Alabama. This was really the end of Alabama's run. And then y'all forget, well, he won a championship at Alabama. Did he? This ain't, like, technically he got a ring, but he got dismissed before the playoff run. Because Nick Saban said he wasn't prepared. But Lane Kiffin is a prime example of
white privilege.
We get, and I said that last week, we give these crackers opportunity after opportunity. I don't know what Byron Leftwich is. I don't know what Ed Bieniemy yet. We got Brian Flores. He in motherfucking Minnesota right now, being a fucking DC for a bad team. Like you can't be a black man and get this kind of opportunities. And some of the places I named, bro, Tennessee's a prestigious university. USC is a prestigious university. Mississippi State is a Power 5 SEC school. And he's gonna go to Ellis fucking U. Come on, man. We got to stop with this shit, dog.
Yeah, you can say that, but who cares? Nobody cares. Them crackers still gonna get chances and chances. Because if just like you were saying, oh, Shador last week. Yeah. He just like Shador. Lane Kiffin. He just like Shador. He got that silver spoon. He using it.
Also,
but I ain't mad at him though. I ain't mad at him for leaving. Players leave. It's a different sport in college football. But I do feel what you say about with the black coaches don't get opportunities and things like that because they don't get opportunities. And I wish they could, but it's going to be a hard thing to change. I wish we could change here on the No More Black Church podcast, but maybe one day we can.
Last note, though. I don't know how, but somebody brought up the point that this is going to bring implications for the NIL. Like they said, it's just going to bring I don't know. They broke it down somehow, but it's going to make the shit worse with NIL deals, like with players and coaches and money. So we'll see how this shit goes, man. This shit crazy.
Yeah, man. Moving on to college football. Mississippi State, it looks like they're going to be firm in the playoffs. I think they got ranked between 6 and 8. I can't remember exactly where they at in the playoff rankings, but they're going to be firm in the playoffs, and they don't have a game, so they're not going to get kicked out, at least I think. What was some games last week that kind of caught y'all attention that y'all feel like had big implications?
Man, shit. Got somebody else go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. My first game, man, Texas beating Texas A&M, man, that shocked me, man, because Marcel Reed had been playing so well, the quarterback for Texas A&M, that I thought he might potentially be in the Heisman running. And I'm not gonna say he's not anymore, but him being a black quarterback and it was already kind of a messy Heisman race that hurt them. As well as it kind of just put them in a position where who knows what can happen with their seeding because they were primed to get one of them buys. But Texas, this put them in a position where they could sneak into the playoffs, depending on what the committee does. I know right now that the rankings at the moment, people think they're not going to get in, but we've seen teams ranked at number 6 the week before, and then when it's time for them to make the final decision, somehow they get that 4th spot. So the committee at the end of the day are going to make the eye test, and if we're using the eye test, Texas has looked a lot better these last couple of weeks. And with a win over Texas A&M that I want to say was ranked 3 last week, that's a huge win. They got some big wins on their, resume. Unfortunately, that loss to Florida is really going to hurt them. I don't think that loss to I don't think some of the other losses they got is really going to be an issue. But that loss to Florida is really bad because we've seen how bad Florida's been this year. And then Oklahoma just not fucking up, beating LSU. Like Oklahoma just saying, hey, let's just stay the course. It wasn't the prettiest win in the world. I think they won 17-10 maybe. Like it wasn't the greatest game in the world. That defense was very good. Like some of the highlights I've seen for Oklahoma, they got one of the best defenses in the country. That offense is horrendous. Like, can they do something in the playoffs? I don't know. We'll see. But I like the fact that they didn't trip up over LSU, which is still a very talented team in the SEC. And they could have very easily lost that game. But they won that game, which is going to put them in position to, most likely be in the college football playoffs. And, right now the SEC is looking prime to have maybe 4 or 5 teams in the playoffs.
USC, UCLA. It goes to show you what USC has. UCLA, they played hard in that first half. The second half, you see where they fuck up. Interesting game to see. What is USC gonna do? That's like one of them classic rivalries. It was a good game. Virginia Tech, Virginia, you seen it, you know what was gonna happen. And then SMU really got upset by a team that they should have easily beat with Cal. That's going to fuck them up coming up into the rest of the season. That's really going to hurt them. And then, like I said Tulane. I mentioned Tulane. Tulane, I think, is in the playoffs. Am I wrong?
At the moment, I think they're a placeholder. If it's not them, it's the Texas team. Their colors is green. North Texas.
And they literally played next week.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think the North Texas is the favorite. They're about to get dog washed. Tulane dog washed fucking Charlotte. So I mean, that was the preset. And then Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan. That was another game. Easily won it, but the boy did good, man. Underwood he did all right, man. I think he's going to be a star coming in the next couple seasons. But that's all I got, man.
Yeah, the only thing I was disappointed in was, even though I said it was going to happen last week, Texas beating Texas A&M, but now Georgia's got to play Alabama again on my birthday weekend again. I mean, I get tired of seeing Georgia going against Alabama on my birthday weekend every year. And it's like, oh, yeah, we about to win. We about to win. Oh. We about to win. We about to win. Oh. But I think both of the teams still have a chance to get into the playoffs because going into the championship weekend, most of the time, if you were good, if you was already in and you made it to the championship weekend, they're not going to
punish you.
Not going to punish you
unless you get embarrassed.
Yeah, for your accomplishment. So,
but with Georgia's position at, man, they'd have to lose 50-0 to get kicked out. Bama, if they lose by 20 points, I can see them just getting kicked out.
I can see the Bama getting kicked out, but
because they're like 9 or right at 10, I think.
Yeah, so if they got 3 losses, it's gonna be hard to put a 3-loss team into the playoffs.
At that point, Texas got a better claim than they do.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's the only thing. I was disappointed in that. But you know what I'm saying? This is what Kirby Smart say his program is built for. So we go see.
Hey man, speaking as far as this week, man, you was touching on Tulane and North Texas. Them last 2 spots are reserved for, the champions of the conference. And it's so interesting because there's a chance that the ACC won't have a representative. Yeah, because if Duke beats Virginia,
Not gonna fucking happen.
because Rose's been trying to break it down to us all season long. It's going to come down to the highest ranked conferences. So, like, literally, if you look at the thing, them two last conference champions are basically blank because there's a possibility of James Madison, which is ranked 25, handles their business, and then Tulane and North Texas, it don't matter who wins because they rank 24 and 20. Duke is unranked. Duke is unranked. If Duke wins, the ACC would not be in the college football playoffs, and that just tells you how far the ACC has fallen. Because the ACC used to be one of the premier conferences with teams like Florida State, Miami, Clemson. And that's crazy, man. But the ACC, this is their fault, man.
But it's messed up though because Notre Dame and Miami are both in the top 12.
And that's what I was going to say. This is really the ACC fault because of the way they got the tiebreaker. The way the tiebreaker is apparently done is since they technically all have the same conference record, even though Duke has more losses than Georgia Tech and Miami and some of the other schools, since they have the same conference record, they go by the record of your common opponents, and Duke record of common opponents in the conference is better, and that's how they got there. This is, I think, the second year in a row, because it happened to Miami last year, where I said something about the ACC got to change the way they do their tiebreakers, man. Because you can't have some of these teams like Miami and Georgia Tech, which have been good all season, and people have been talking about all season, and they're not going to make the playoffs because of a technicality. Because Duke has, I don't want to call them trash, because they got the same conference record, but we ain't been talking about Duke at all season.
They're not ranked, and they're fucking bottom tier. If Virginia loses this, they don't fucking deserve to make it. But at the same time, I do hate the fucking technicalities. Because it just hurts. To me, it hurts the competition-wise because it's like somebody that could have made a difference in the fucking playoffs is not going to get a chance.
But still, though, hey, man, shout out to James Madison, North Texas, and Tulane. Because I've been a college football fan since I was in, middle school. And I've been wanting Boise State to get opportunities. I'm happy that James Madison might get a chance at the tournament. I'm happy that North Texas and Tulane might get a chance at the tournament. Because the thing about football ain't like basketball. Ain't a 7-game series. Like, these schools might get to the Final Four. And for their schools, just getting to the Final Four, that's a huge accomplishment in my opinion.
Yeah. And I remember I was talking trash about Notre Dame earlier the year when they had those, they was 2, and they
them niggas pipe back up.
But
they heard you.
But the thing about it is, they're ranked number 10. Their record is worse than Miami, which is ranked number 12, and Miami beat them.
I thought they had the same record. Miami just had the tiebreaker, so they got an extra loss.
Notre Dame is 1-2 against top 25 people.
Oh, you mean yeah? Now they overall record, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that sort of thing, like conference, like just basically, and then Notre Dame plays an ACC conference schedule.
But you know how the committee do they do the eye test, and Notre Dame has looked better the last couple.
No, it's not. It's not an eye test.
That late game.
It shouldn't be an eye test. It should be. Well, they won.
Yeah.
It was one of those key points they made.
Yeah, but it's like it shouldn't be.
It should be the totality of your season.
They can't just say, "Oh, we're gonna do eye test here," but then we're gonna do this here.
That's how the game is now, though, man.
That's messed up. Like,
well, it's so many former coaches in that room. For the people listening, a lot of people making decisions are former coaches, and a lot of the coaches be like, "Yo, we try to use the eye test and who's playing the best now for the best matchups." But to your point. Week 1 got to matter too. Week 2 got to matter too. It can't just be about week 10 and week 11.
There is no preseason. All those games matter.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just think that's messed up. Like, how you ahead of me? We got the same schedule. I beat you, and my strength for schedule is
stronger.
And everything else is pretty much the same.
And you ain't even got a conference championship, so it ain't even like you got a game this weekend to show something. So now I see where you're coming from, man. But hey, we're looking forward to the college football playoffs. Man, speaking of playoffs, right around the corner, the NFL playoffs is about to come. Man, last week in NFL, man, we had some great games. We had Thursday night football. I want to talk about the Black Friday game, Bears versus Eagles. Man, a lot of people slept on the Bears this season. They're number 1 in the NFC North right now. And, the way they played against the Eagles and they won that game, that was very impressive. The Eagles are starting to kind of unravel. I think they'll still win the division. I can't see the Cowboys coming back to win the division, but if they did, I mean, Rose picked the Cowboys to win the division, so shout out to the Cowboys, man. But yeah, the Bears are looking very impressive. Right now, they're battling with the Packers for the division, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Bears do going forward. Caleb has looked good. That defense has looked good. You know, that second running back they got, not Swift, Kyle Mongo, he's been pretty good. The receiving core, for some reason, just still ain't really doing what they're supposed to be doing consistently. From DJ Moore and Nerone, they was playing well early in the season, but they're not playing that well now. So we'll see. But shout out to Caleb, man, because Caleb had a terrible rookie season, and he's come back this sophomore season, and he's actually looked really, really good, to be honest, man. So shout out to Caleb. And
another thing about Chicago, like you said, they number one in NFC North. No, they're number one in the NFC.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. They got a chance to get that number one seed overall, man.
And number one in the NFC.
Yeah, they've been sneaky, bro. They've been winning some of these games so quietly that we just starting to really see what they're doing, man. And speaking of a team that was number one in their conference, but now they're not even number one in the division no more, the Colts. The Texans beat the Colts last week. And it's so crazy, man. The NFL is so wonderful because you do not start paying attention to certain teams until they beat certain teams. Nobody was paying attention to the Texans till they had that Thursday night game against the Buffalo Bills, and that defense showed the fuck out. Like, we have been talking about the Broncos defense this season. That Texans defense can carry them in the playoffs, man, because what they did, they held Jonathan Taylor in check. Like, he didn't shut him down like the Chiefs did the week before, but he didn't go crazy like he had in some weeks. And they made Daniel Jones look really, really bad. CJ Stroud is back. He didn't have a great game, but he's still a respectable quarterback. And right now, the Texans aren't number one in the division. It's the Jags, but the Texans are primed to make the playoffs, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I always think about this when I'm a playoff team. Who I feel like can give me the most issues, and if the Houston Texans make the playoffs, I promise you, nobody want to see that defense. Because when you got Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, two defensive ends that hunt. Don't know quarterback. I don't care if you Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen already seen both them niggas now. Don't no team want to see both them niggas, bro. So, like, hey, man, shout out to the Texans, man, and Colts, man. We'll see what they do, man. See if they make the playoffs. They wasn't number one seed in the AFC at one point in time, and they might not even make the playoffs now.
Man, Thanksgiving game, man. I watched like half the game, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was focused on my damn plate. Green Bay, Detroit, man. Detroit slipped down 7-5. It was a close game. Love showed up. Packers a problem. It's a problem. You got to face them. They're a problem, man.
Yeah, I believe I've been being Rose dominant all season long. I think I picked the Cowboys over the Chiefs last week. Cowboys won handily. It was a good week, man. It was a good week in football. The Black Friday game, Hurts, not looking like Hurts. AJ Brown finally had a good game. Saquon is missing still. I thought you put what do you call it? A lookout for him. You did that last week. You were looking for him.
Yeah. Was it Bolo or some shit?
Yeah. So it's like, man, shout out to the Patriots, man. They retooled, doing their thing. Shout out to the Broncos. Texas, I know me and Vertizi had, I think we had them win their division. They still got a chance to come back. I'm surprised the Jazz are 8-4. They, you know what I'm saying? I said last week they got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He proved it.
He showing up pretty sunshine.
Duval.
That won't pretty much right now.
Yeah, and Carolina, man. Remember I said they play up and they play down to the competition. They beat the Rams.
Bro, that shit, I promise you, the Rams are probably responsible for people pulling their hair out because they had a couple wins this season that people who bet probably never saw coming.
Mm-hmm. So now I think that's probably much it. We got some people that's eliminated. We got the Giants eliminated, New Orleans eliminated, Tennessee eliminated.
Let's be real. New Orleans was eliminated for the season start.
And we got Las Vegas eliminated. Cleveland Brown about to be eliminated this week. But I believe they're gonna beat the Tennessee. I believe but Cam Ward, if you don't play any other game,
This is the game.
One,
Play for your check, cuz.
This the
one.
game.
Because if Shador look better than you, Cam,
Oh, wait.
in the words of Booker T, we coming for you, nigga.
Yeah. He need to send Shador a check because he been playing so bad. His team been playing so bad. He ain't getting. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, he's okay." Because Shador, everybody else is getting all the
He need to
talk time.
thank Shador because we ain't think about it, we've never had the number one pick play this bad, and we just ain't say shit.
Now his team sucks now.
His team do suck, but this nigga ain't done shit all season for me to be like he deserves the number one overall pick.
Yeah, so Cam, if you don't play in any other game, remember y'all was training together. Remember he was doing all the TikToks and everything, and you was saying, I'm about football. Okay, it's gonna be. You better be about football come Sunday now. Better be about football. Don't let them come in your house and embarrass you now.
For sure, man. As far as this week, man, I just touched on the Texans. Man, the Chiefs, man, like they lost to the Cowboys last weekend. The Chiefs, it's time. It's time to crack the little just in case of emergency box. Whatever you got, Kelsey and Mahomes and Andy Reid, we need to see it this week. And unfortunately, this is the worst game for y'all to have a must win because that Texans defense is so good that I can see Mahomes throwing for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards because Mahomes is Mahomes. Mahomes that nigga. But I could see that goddamn Texas defense humbling to y'all. Because Houston need this win too. Houston need this win to try to win the division and make the playoffs. So both teams need to win. And it's like, if you asking me right now who I'm going to pick in this game, man, I ain't going to lie, bro. Give me Houston because I just feel like the pressure is so much pressure on Mahomes and the Chiefs. Because if they lose this game, they're not making the playoffs. Because I don't know if y'all have looked at some of the tiebreakers. They don't own a lot of the tiebreakers.
Jacksonville beat them.
Buffalo
beat them.
Chargers
beat them.
And then the Broncos, so
and
it's
then
like
Houston beat them too.
Yeah, and exactly. So they don't own some of these tiebreakers. So it's like if they don't win this game, I don't know how they're gonna get in because the division's over. And then I talked about the Bears Packers this week, man. Like I think whoever wins this game will be number one in the division. So this is gonna be a big game. The Packers, man, have looked great at times this season. They've looked bad. This is the week. I'm gonna be honest. This is the week that we just need to see who's gonna be the best quarterback in that division. Is it gonna be Caleb or is it gonna be Jordan Love? Because both defenses are pretty good. I think the Packers defense is a little bit better. I think the Bears have better offensive weapons, if I'm being honest. But this is the game where it's like we are paying you a lot of money, Jordan Love, and we drafted you with our first overall pick, Caleb. We need one of you quarterbacks to put the team on your shoulders and make some plays to win this game because whoever wins this game is probably going to win the division, to be honest, because it looks like the Lions is just out of it. I know they play the Cowboys tonight, but St. Brown's injured. It looks like the Lions might be out of the division race. So I think that's probably going to be the game that I would have most circled, that Bears-Packers game. And to Rose's point, the Bears are number one in the NFC right now. If the Packers win, they might jump to that number one spot.
Yeah, just to piggyback off that, man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Jordan Love, it's your time to shine, boy. All season, it's like Packers. You see the record. Literally see the record. This is the battle for that lead in the NFC, the NFC North. This is the lead. If you're gonna play, I think to me this is the game. This is my pick for game of the week. This is the one to watch. And then besides that, hey, I talked about it last. I threw my fucking towel in. If y'all don't win another fucking game this season, Baltimore and fucking Pittsburgh, if y'all don't win another fucking game, both quarterbacks injured. If y'all don't compete, just fucking compete. I don't care if you win it by a fucking field goal. Win this fucking game. That's all you gotta do. Win this fucking game. We already know. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. Win this fucking game. That's it.
Hey, man, so final thoughts, everyone?
It's been a great year in sports, man, from fucking baseball to football to basketball, man. ACC, college basketball's popping off. Carolina's doing their thing. I think they're like number 15, 16. Duke just had a big fucking night. Man, Carolina, just keep fucking playing, bro. Like, y'all good. I see Purdue's like fucking number one. It's always the Midwest schools. They got that old fucking lineage that ball every fucking like college basketball. If you're not watching, it's time to watch now. NBA, Fucking Thunder are kicking off right now. They're fucking good. Shout out to AI. I'm still on episode 2 of the documentary. Shout out to AI, just the history. And talking about people who don't have chips, man, you ain't gotta win a chip to be a fucking legend, man. Shout out to AI, shout out to Chris Paul. And then I'm gonna take it overseas real quick. EPL. Gunners running this shit, still on the fucking tables. I'm disappointed that y'all fucking lost to the championship. Y'all fucked up. We on it. And then UNC till I die.
Yeah, man. Give me just about a minute, man. I was watching the Redeem Team on Netflix this week, and it just reminded me of something. Man, we got robbed, man. I look at a lot of these podcasts from the Heat Boys with Udonis Haslam, Mike Miller, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Jeff Teague doing his thing. And I'm just looking at, Gilbert Arenas talking his shit, Kenya Martin and stuff like that. AI's been hopped on some podcasts. Shaq has done some podcasts. Paul Piss KG. And what I mean by we've been robbed, Kobe was one of the most articulate, intellectual NBA players we've ever seen. And if you've ever heard him talk and break down basketball and tell stories, like, they are funny, they are eloquent. And I just thought to myself, just listening to Kobe talking in that documentary, like, can y'all imagine the kind of podcast we could have got if Kobe would have chose to do just a podcast where he talked to ex-NBA legends and current players, and they talk about the game and they tell locker room stories, man. Like, to me, that would have been amazing, man. So I always say this during the week of sports, man. Shout out to the Mamba.
Gotta.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.